Hey everyone, welcome to the Dram Amateur Podcast, your go-to show for everything bourbon, whiskey, rum, tequila, mezcal, and beyond. I'm your host, Jason. Join me as I journey and explore the world of alcoholic spirits. Let's get started. All right, welcome back to the Dram Amateur Podcast, the show where we explore the stories, spirits, and sips that make the world of whiskey, bourbon, rum, tequila, and mezcal so exciting. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm thrilled to have you here for another pour of a great conversation. Before we dive in, don't forget to connect with me on Instagram, X, and Threads at Dram_Amateur and Facebook under the Dram Amateur Podcast to stay in the loop with exclusive content and updates. Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast or just starting your journey into the world of fine spirits, this is your spot to learn, sip, and share. So pour yourself something good, get comfortable, and let's kick off another unforgettable episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. And for this episode, we are jumping into part 2 of my community spotlight episode with Emily, also known as at Emily Alden on Instagram. So let's jump into part 2. Yeah, we were talking about like the why behind it, right? Mm-hmm. Behind working out and the fitness and everything, which is really cool. I think it's really important. And I was mentioning like my wife, I always tell her, I'm like, just look at how much stronger you are, right? Mentally, Absolutely. Physically, all of those things, right? I think it's really cool. And then when you guys hit I know at her gym, she'll like have little goals where like she'll back squat X or she'll, clean and jerk or whatever they are. She has so many terminologies for all the lifts she does, but it's cool though. And she comes home like excited, right? So I think that's really cool that you guys are investing in yourself to really find that why behind it, right? And then focusing on that and going. And she's a 4:30 in the morning, get up in the morning and go to the gym girl. So she's at gym at 5 a.m. in the morning.
I'm not a morning person. That's rough. That is rough.
But at least you do, you do it. And that's what's important, right? That's what's cool. And I mean, I have to say this too. I have to admit, I like your honesty with it too, because I've seen on there where you're like, yeah, today was not the day. Like I struggled, I didn't want to do it, right? But even if you go and get it done, like half of it done or 3/4 of it done or the full thing done, right? You push through it because of that why behind it, which I think is really inspiring for a lot of people.
I think being real with people about that is refreshing and what everybody wants. Nobody wants the person that's like, yay, so excited to go work out. It's like every day, because like that's not realistic. Not everybody wants to work out every day, especially as a woman. Certain times we do not really want to be working out. It is not fun. And so I think people just appreciate being real. Authenticity is rare. It can be rare on social media. There's kind of this facade you want to portray of everything is always hunky-dory and my life's perfect. And I think that's ridiculous. I think that more people want to see real life. And so I try to put that out there. I try to get that point across cool. Because I think relatable is nice.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's a very good, very good thing to share because, you're right. Everything's not perfect in any stretch of the imagination. Days are struggles, to be honest with you. Yeah. So if you could train with any athlete, past or present, or anybody, maybe not even an athlete, just anybody, there's one person you'd want to train with, who would it be and what would you want to learn from them?
I have met a lot of really amazing trainers on Instagram. There's some that I would really love to get a workout in with. I think I could glean so much. I am very, very confident in saying that I don't know it all and I don't have all the answers and I have tons to learn. And I know there's people out there that know way more than me. So I don't even have a desire to meet anybody super cool from the past or anybody that's even like a huge, has like a huge following or a huge business. I think some of just the friends that I've made on social media are a wealth of knowledge, and I would be more than happy to have a workout with them.
That's cool. And learn from them. I think that's cool. Yeah. I think sometimes it's not, you don't have to train with who's a trainer, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, right? I don't know. I have no idea why Arnold knows Arnold. Right. Yeah. I mean, but you don't, that's not what you're aiming for, right? I think I think what you're saying is that you're really aiming just for the why behind it, the health behind it, and then learning from somebody else. So maybe it's a different technique, maybe it's a new workout, maybe it's a new routine, and then learning with that and then incorporating that into your routine to help you be a better human being.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the friends I have on social media I like to follow similar-minded people, so they're real and authentic too. And I would much rather work out with somebody like that that's going to be, you know, on the same wavelength as I am than somebody that's like training, let's say for stage or something like that I'm not trying to attain, or that's not on my radar. I want to, you know, work out with somebody that's kind of in the same lane as I am.
Yep. That's cool. Have a little bit of fun, raise the roof while you're doing it, dance around. Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
You don't dance while you're working out. Like, what are you even doing?
Are you a blast the music? Do you have, okay, so are you a hold on, are you a blast the music in headphones? Or like outside, like out in your, like where you work out, like just no headphones?
No
like, are
headphones.
you a headphones? No headphones. Okay.
Music's blaring. My neighbors are like, she's working out again. Like, there goes Emily. I'm like running down the street with my sled pull, and they're like, psycho. Yeah.
There's nothing psycho about that. That's genius. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good time. I have a lot of friends will come over and be like, hey, I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. Can I come over and work out with you and kind of figure it out? I'm like, absolutely. And they'll come over and, it's a good time. We blare the music. We get our pre-workout in and we have a good time.
There you go. I like it. Do you got are you like a certain genre of workout music, or is it just like a whatever's in the mood that day? Like how is it?
Oh, Jason, you're unraveling. Music is music is like my soul, my love language, all of it. I have a specific workout jams playlist.
Yes.
I swap out songs often because if it comes on one too many times, I'm like, no, can't handle it. And I'm constantly looking for new like bangers to add to it. It's definitely like there's a vibe. It has to be something I can dance to, so it's usually like reggaeton. You got some pop in there, some rap, like some R&B. It's all over the place, but it's got to have like a good rhythm to it because I am the weirdo that typically lifts to the music.
It's all good.
So like if it doesn't have some good rhythm, it can't hang. Like I'm not in my garage lifting to country. It's just not happening. I love country. It's great. But like I'm going to listen to that when I'm camping. I'm not going to listen to that while I'm lifting. No.
No friends in low places while you're sitting there doing
that would be a really slow lift.
Oh man. Now you need to come up with videos that you're wearing cowboy boots or cowgirl boots and listen to country music while you're lifting weights or doing something working out wise.
You just might have created something. Lord knows I got plenty of cowgirl boots. So
new content.
We're gonna be out in the garage, get my Wranglers, my Carhartt on. We're gonna be living to. I got friends in low places.
Oh, I like it. All right, let's see. We talked about stereotype stuff already, so I don't want to go into that. Community building. So what's been one of your most rewarding messages or interactions you've had with someone in your community?
Oh, man, that list is long. Probably the most lighthearted of things I've experienced is just gals messaging me and saying, like, thank you for being a presence in a place that seems like you have to be a certain way and look a certain way. Thank you for being somebody that is open about like your flaws or insecurities. Thank you for showing different sizes. Because I've been doing fashion stuff for quite a while. So the sizing has definitely changed over the years, and I've continued to share regardless of where I'm at in my health journey. And I think that ladies appreciate seeing all different body types. So that's been awesome to hear gals getting kind of a boost of confidence and wearing the things that they wanted to. They didn't quite feel like they could, but then since I did, they were like, I can do that too. But on a deeper, heavier note, I I have been able to message with people, walking them through not committing suicide.
Wow.
I've talked with people through marriages and supported with divorce and supported different things like that. And that feels kind of cringy, like I'm trying to do my own horn, but it's been awesome that social media is just a way that, you know, people can reach out that I never would have talked to before. And I feel very honored and very blessed when people feel comfortable enough to reach out. I think that's kind of the dream, kind of what I have always aspired to with my account. Is it's not a whiskey account, it's not a fashion account, it's me, and I want to create friendship and community. And so when I am able to make people feel comfortable enough to message those things, my sister has cancer, whatever it might be, and share, I feel like, okay, I'm cool. Achieving what I set out to do.
No, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think it goes back to that genuine piece of like what I told you about earlier, right? You seem like the most genuine person I think I see on Instagram, and I think that plays a lot into other people feeling that way to reach out to you as well. One other question that's not on the questions I gave you, but like hearing you, right? So you said you're a nutritionist coach, right? So that coaching, right? Do you think that skill set is like, because I imagine that there's like you're knowledgeable about nutrition, but you have a coaching aspect to that, right? Mm-hmm. So people that reach out and want to like ask you advice or share things, and it's a type of coaching, but I think it's just like you listening, giving feedback, advice, things like that. Do you think that's a natural skill set of yours? Or do you have a passion for it? Like, yeah, it sounds a lot like that.
Yeah, no, I definitely have a passion for helping people. And so I think that kind of covers both areas of my life. I will say that that's originally the gals that I work for. That's originally why they came to me, was because they saw my personality and the way that I do like to help people and I like to connect with people. And that was kind of what drew them to ask me if I wanted to work for them. And that has taught me, coaching, I would say, has taught me more about people's personalities and kind of how to approach things on a level that they understand based on the way that their mind works. And so I would say that part of it has kind of rolled over into like Instagram and being able to talk with people is sitting back and listening and taking a moment to hear like how their brain works, how they tick before responding. So I would say that that's how coaching has helped. But I also just think it comes down to listening. I just think that you need to just take a beat and listen. And sometimes people, that's all they need. Sometimes they just need somebody to just listen and not try to give advice or try to coach in any way. And so I definitely try to do that first. And then if advice is wanted or needed, then go from there.
I mean, the first, so I have a leadership position in my job. The first thing about coaching is just listening. Yeah. Like literally, like you said, I mean, if you listen, you can oftentimes let them guide themselves through with how their growth or their issues or their struggles or something. And then you can kind of prove to them like, hey, I'm always here for you, but believe in yourself, like, right? Like really firmly believe in who you are. Like it's hard sometimes as an individual to take that step back and self-reflect, right? Mm-hmm. Because you're in your own head. I have the same problem myself, right? So that's why we all have mentors and mentors that help to coach us through those things. So definitely like listening is one of the key, like I think it's the absolute most important thing that I think a lot of us have lost that touch to be able to do is just sit back and listen. Yeah. You don't have to comment. You don't have to say anything. Acknowledge what they're saying. If you don't understand something, ask a follow-up question and then listen more, right? Like get more information. And I think that's a really key trait to have in that kind of environment.
Yeah, I agree. I think that people oftentimes if you're trying to come at it from a coaching aspect, you're thinking the whole time about how you're going to respond and what like knowledge you can impart, that you're not actually listening. You're not actually hearing what the person has to say. And like you said, a lot of times they can get from point A to point B without you actually needing to say anything. And all that they needed to do was voice where they're at, the struggle, and then they kind of work it out in their own mind. And personally, I would always rather it be their idea than mine. So if they can get there on their own, then that's awesome.
Yep. No, it's a really good point. Yeah, it's a really good point because excuse me, then you start to build their self-confidence and seeing that I don't want to say they don't need somebody, right? But they start to build some self-confidence in themselves to handle that situation. So that's the time that the situation comes up again or something similar to it, they say to themselves, okay, well, wait a minute. I went through this before, right? Like, how do I get through this? And maybe they'll try something first. Maybe they may not succeed, and that's okay, right? I'm a believer in fail fast and learn from that experience and then grow from it. And then come back to your coach, right? Or mentor or whatever that might be. Talk it through. Hey, I tried this. Why did it not work this time? Right. And then they'll coach you through that and then go try it again. Right. But just keep jumping off that cliff, figuring it out, because in time you're going to learn those lessons and you'll just get better and stronger through that experience.
There's strength through failures.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm a project manager, so I'm a big lessons learned guy.
I love it. You're speaking my language.
Yep. Agreed. So let's see. So community building. So let's talk about like, how do you keep your community engaged while staying true to yourself and your evolving interests?
I think it comes back again to my block thumb is strong. If you don't like what I have, like, you don't let the door hit you. And then just the people, I think being confident in who you are and okay with the fact that not everyone's gonna like what you have to put out there, and put out the things that you enjoy. One of the things, like I said earlier, with possibly changing my Instagram name, is that people were like, well, you're going to be put into a niche, or then people are going to think that you're just this one single thing. And I was like, I can see where you're coming from. However, I've never been just one lane, and I don't have just whiskey followers or just fashion followers. I have all kinds of followers that are just friends. So I think when you create that community and that friendship, then you are capable and able to share anything and everything that you want, because the people are there for you, not necessarily just your content.
Yep. That's a good point. That's a good point. And that goes back to being real. Just be yourself, right? People will naturally gravitate to you if you're that kind of person where you are yourself. They'll see right through you if you're not yourself in time, right? Because they'll see how fake it is. So it's a really key aspect. So anybody that's jumping into this influencer world or whatever you want to call it, like take a page from Emily. She knows what she's talking about. I very much agree.
I hate the influencer term, by the way. I do not consider myself an influencer.
You know what's funny though? You are the second person. So I just recorded another podcast that will be released in a couple weeks, and somebody said the same thing. And I hear you, right? I agree with you. But I look at this a little differently. So we're going to jump into this a little bit here. So it's interesting because, like, I don't take that lightly. Like when I say that, like I really truly believe that there's like a strong meaning behind it. And it might be something really small. Like I think sometimes people think influencer like this big, like, hey, I'm like 5,000 people, 10,000 people follow me, right? They all do what I do. They want to be like me, so on and so forth. But I don't think that that's it. And I look at it more on the smaller level, the small scale level, that like, hey, if somebody watches something from you and they smile, right? Or you make their day better, or you influence them to buy the skirt, or you influence them to try the bourbon, right? Like that's a big deal. And I think that, like, sometimes there's a stigma with that influencer because of the 25 million people on TikTok, that watch one person on TikTok or something like that. But I'm like, if you truly influence someone's day in some way, shape, and form, then I really firmly believe like that title, you own that title because of it,
Okay, I like it. Yeah, it's definitely, that's much nicer way of looking at it. I just always think of like influencer is like I'm trying to convince you of something, and I definitely never want that. Like if it's not in the budget, if you don't want, like don't do it. Like I am wanting to create a friendship with my followers, and then I share the things that I love. And if it's something that you resonate with and you're like, yeah, hey, I want to try that out too, great. But like, don't do it just because I shared about it. Like I want you to enjoy it. And I would much rather influence you, like you said, in spreading joy and making somebody smile and laugh at how ridiculous I am or what embarrassing moment that I had, than, buy something. So
I think we need to coin a new term.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I think we need to figure one out.
Instead of
because I hear your side of it too, right? I think you have a really valid point, right? I think it's perception. I think we all step into this space with different similar passions, maybe different things that people want to get out of it. But at the end of the day, I think many of us that we communicate with, we're all genuine people that have passions that they want to follow, right? Mm-hmm. The influencer thing, I hear your thought behind it. I think it's valid, right? I really do. Like I'm not trying to get you to buy something. I'm trying to get you to, now you got me thinking like, what the heck does influencer mean to me? For me, so for me with the shift in the podcast, I think influencer for me is sharing other people's stories of what they're doing and who they are, right? And I think through this, I want them all to see that each of us are very unique. We're very different. We have similar passions, but there's things that make us special, but pull us all together at the same time because there are some that we can connect with people on some level, right? And I think that's where I pull that in from. So it's definitely, we need to coin. I think we might need to coin a different term. We need to think of something other than influencer.
Think about that. My little punny self over here is gonna have to go with something. See what I can do.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, I have like 1,000 questions, but we're going to try to wrap up here in a little bit. What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
I hope that I can bring good out of my account, that people can think back on what I had to offer, and I spread a little joy, a little sunshine, that there was something about me that, stood out, some kind of kindness or thing like that stood out. I also want to create a space that my kiddos will be proud of, that I can be confident in them looking at what I put into the world and being like, yeah, I want to emulate that, or I'm proud of my mom for doing that. I don't ever want to do something where I look back and I regret it. So those things are always in my head with every post. But then, just continuing to create community and sharing in a way that allows me those opportunities to help people is my ultimate goal.
That's cool. So what does the future have in store for you then?
Well, I would love to be a brand rep. I would love to go to like liquor stores and share a specific brand. I love people and I love chit chatting. And so if I was able to do that and share about a whiskey that I'm passionate about, I think that would be amazing. I have been approached from other companies and it hasn't been the right fit. I haven't found something just yet, but hopefully that's in the works. We'll see.
That's cool. And maybe a name change on Instagram too.
Against the masses, maybe. The town folk will come out with their pitchforks, but we might do it. We might.
their torches, their pitchforks.
The rioting will happen, but it'll be worth it. I just want to put it on a hat, people. Don't hate my life.
But I think the pressure is then you need one for your fashion, you need one for bourbon, you need an Instagram page for all these different. I'm like, yeah.
See, but that's it. My account is just it's all encompassing. I have friends that once they start sharing whiskey, they create a different account because they're like, well, I don't want other people to not like that I'm sharing whiskey. And I'm like, I don't care. You don't like it. You can I didn't know actually how that was going to play out with being a coach, but I haven't had any backlash. People like that, you're authentic and real, and people like to have drinks. And so when they see their coach has a drink, then it's kind of nice that like, okay, I can still attain my goals and get where I want to be and still also enjoy life. Moderation,
Yep. Yeah, everything in moderation. Yeah, you can't eat the whole box of cosmic brownies, just one box of cosmic brownie. You can't drink the whole bottle of liquor in one night, just one drink.
I feel like that's what you're craving right now. You're sitting there like, I can't wait to stop talking to this girl so I can have a cosmic brownie.
No. My youngest son has a love of cosmic brownies to the point where I had to stop buying cosmic brownies because he appreciated them so much.
I don't know that I've never had one. Is that a Little Debbie?
You're not. Yes. You're not missing anything. It's like a brick
the
of
world's greatest brownies.
Wax.
So I'm thinking this Little Debbie's not going to meet up to my brownies.
You're not missing anything.
Not missing out. Okay.
So I went grocery shopping the other day, and I brought him home a box. It's probably the first box we've had in this house in 3 years. And I'm like, oh look, they produced more. They had a limited release again. Look what I found at the store. And he just looked at me like
there was
he knows.
One left on the shelf. I got the last one.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, I see right through you. He's like, you could stop now. And I'm like, I got you.
Not as clever as you think you are, Dad. Nice try.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go through some rapid fire questions and we'll wrap it up. So let's go. Bourbon neat or on the rocks?
Oh, neat. Always neat unless it is terrible. If I'm at like a dive bar and they have 3 options and they all taste like tar, then I'll put some ice in it to temper it. But no, otherwise always neat.
Always neat. All right. If you could wear one color for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's not a nice question. Cobalt blue.
Wow, you went specific. Why not, baby? Why not just blue?
No.
You went cobalt
I
blue.
can pick all the colors of blue.
Oh, you
all
can pick
shades.
whatever you. Yeah, you pick all the shades.
Okay, that's less dramatic. I'm gonna go green. So I can have some olive green. I can have some emerald, some like Kelly green. Yeah, we're gonna go green.
Okay, that's cool. I like it. Cardio or weights? What's your go-to workout?
Oh, weights.
That's so badass.
Cardio.
I'm telling you.
I'm only running if a bear's chasing me. I'm just kidding. No, I do like to run. Weights. I mean, you just feel badass. You feel strong.
You really, yeah.
It helps with like cortisol and adrenal balance and all that. Like, do it. It's good for you.
I applaud you women that do that. You guys all kick ass. It's unbelievable. Speaking of workout, did you ever do the Murph workout? Did you ever hear of the Murph workout?
Yes.
Did you ever do it before?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. That's cool. My wife does it too. I'm like, you guys are
crazy.
I sit there and watch her and I'm like,
I feel like I need to follow your wife. She sounds legit.
She's a badass. I love that girl.
I love that.
If you could only drink one type of bourbon for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Old Elk.
Oh, that's a different one. Really?
I just feel that Old Elk is always delicious on my palate. It's not abrasive in any way. It has just the right notes, just the right amount of heat. Yeah, I'm going to go Old Elk.
That's pretty cool. I like that. That is a unique answer, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, good.
I haven't heard. It's a brand that just doesn't get talked about. You know what I'm saying?
In my head, I was like, what will Jason think is unique? Try to be cool and Indian. I'm just kidding.
That's not what this podcast is about.
Authenticity, Emily. Gosh.
Yeah, come on, man. Be genuine. Be genuine. The most underrated fashion trend right now. You're a fashionista. What is it?
I'm gonna say dresses. And hear me out. This is like, what? Those have been around for ever. The dawn of time. Cave ladies. No. And that is because, like I said earlier, ladies think that they need to have a reason to wear like that cute sundress or whatever kind of dress it is, that like they gotta be going to church or a wedding or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like ladies and women just feel beautiful and confident when they get a chance to wear a pretty dress, and they wait because they think they need the opportunity. So I'm going to say dresses. The ladies are sleeping on dresses.
Sleeping on dresses.
Yeah.
All right. Next dress question.
Okay.
Pockets or no pockets?
Oh, gotta have pockets.
See, I love
Come on
it.
now.
My wife, when she finds something with pockets, she's like, it has pockets.
I know. I feel like men don't fully understand because y'all got pockets in everything. You got cargo
Everywhere.
pants. You got all pockets everywhere. And we're just like, and we're the ones that carry stuff, right? We've got lip gloss. We've got all the things. And we need a pocket.
But you guys all also have purses or like whatever you carry around with you.
But like,
We don't.
do you want to
I
carry
guess
a
guys have
bag all the
purses
time?
now too.
True.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, guys have a lot of things these days. We won't go there. Guys got dresses too, whatever you want.
We're not. I was going to ask you the most underrated fashion trend for men, but that might not be a good answer right now.
I would say watches. I'm a watch girl. I think a watch is like...
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me dive into that one a little bit now. So we talking like a real watch, or are we talking like like an Apple Watch or a Google Watch, or just any
have
watch?
To be that bougie. Like I'm not talking like Rolex or anything crazy like that. Just like a good, like, have you seen the Jack Daniels watches that they came out with?
No.
It's from the Jack Daniels barrel, and they're like, they've got the black kind of striping from the char in the wood. They're gorgeous. I mean, they're a beautiful
I might have to look at that.
But a watch on a man's wrist is just chef's kiss. It's a good look.
And see, I'm having a personal battle right now because I've been wanting a new watch, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to wear a watch again, man. Like,
check out the Jack Daniels one. I'm
gonna have to look at it because I'm a big Jack Daniels fan, so like I'll have to look at it. So yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, I learned something new. See that? Fashionista coming through. I love it. I love it. New idea. Start guys trends on your fashionista stuff.
Yeah. We'll see.
Never know. If you had to spell, God, where did this one come from that I came up with? This must have been an early morning thing. If you had to pick a spirit to drink for breakfast, what would it be?
Ooh.
Who knows?
Broken Top has a bourbon that's finished. Instead of having water to temper it down, they use cold brew. And
No way, really?
Yeah, it is so good. I when I first saw it, I was like, ew,
Gotta write this down.
Yeah, so good. I thought it was going to be coinly sweet because anything like coffee related in the spirits world is usually like, ooh, so syrupy. This is not sweet at all because they just use cold brew. It's not sweetened cold brew. It's just cold brew instead of water. And so it like adds this complexity and then this depth of like that delicious coffee bean. It's good stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't even know that it existed.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like my coffee. I drink it black. I don't even drink it with anything in it.
See,
so like,
you would love it.
Really
because
like
it is
that.
a strong coffee taste.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I wrote that one down too. Yeah. Now I have two things to be looking for.
Yeah.
This is good. All right. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Drink coffee.
Yeah, there you go. Smart idea. Up, downstairs, or into your kitchen, grab a coffee.
I'm not a morning person. I wish that I were. Like some people, your wife, she wakes up and goes and works out. Like I would murder people. I would be like, people would be coming up to me like, you ready to lift weights? And I'd be like, I'm ready to punch your face. It wouldn't be good.
But first, coffee.
Yes, first coffee, and then I like to ease into the day. I'm not being mean to anybody. I'm pleasant, but like, just give me a second to wake up.
I hear you. Do you ever try pre-workout instead of coffee? Might have a different approach on life.
Yeah, that's true. I don't, because the pre-workout I drink, I need to like get in and start working out. And so if I drink it, then I would have to be prepared to work out, and I have to like feed my kids and then start homeschool and all these things.
Oh, yeah, you'd be at a different level.
I'd be like,
sure. My kids would be
like, Mom, what is wrong with you?
Mom, calm down. It's just social studies. It's okay.
We're doing math.
Oh gosh, that's funny. Favorite way to unwind after a busy day?
I love a bath, book, and a beverage. It's not always whiskey. I limit my whiskey. My Instagram looks different. It looks like I probably drink every night. I don't. As a coach, I do limit it. So sometimes it's bourbon, sometimes it's like that. Maybe just a sparkling water or something like that. But yeah, a bath every night.
That's cool. I think one of the biggest stigmas in the Instagram world is that we all drink every single night, and that's not.
I've had so many people message me and be like, "Do you actually drink all of that?" And I was like, "No, I'm drinking like pour and then taking a picture. I'm not drinking the whole bottle."
I know. I it's something that I think it's something I've aimed to talk about a little bit more, because I think a lot of people think that we all drink every single night, or like you should, like especially the new people joining, and it's just like, no, it's like, no. Just moderate everything in moderation. Everything in moderation.
And I feel like it would lose its appeal to me. Like, I look forward to my next pour, and I feel like if I drink it every night, it would just become routine and not like exciting.
Agreed. You get burnt out on it. Your palate would get burnt out too. Oh my gosh, your palate would be trashed. Yeah, for sure. What's one item in your closet you can't live without? The sundress?
The honest answer, panties. Oh, my cheeks are red. No, I do love like a cute panty. I don't know. It just makes my day. It makes me feel good. Nobody knows what's happening, but I do, and I feel good. Like a more less embarrassing that isn't making my cheeks red option. Hats. I'm a big hat person.
Oh, yeah, you have taken pictures with hats lately. Yeah. I dig it, man.
Yeah, I wear hats every time I work out. I camp a lot. I love nature. So hats are my jam.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Not something you see every single day, that somebody has an appreciation for hats like that.
I have far too many. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you love it, you go with it.
I love it. I love them. And it's fun to like support I just did a little photo shoot for a local friend of mine that has a hat company. The one I'm going to send you the information for.
Please.
And it was just fun. It's fun to support your friends and then a local business. And I love hats. So it was like a match made in heaven.
That's really cool. That's awesome. No, that was cool to see all the different ones that they had and everything like that too. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, they put out some great stuff.
People that do those things and like that create anything like that, whether it's clothes or anything, right? Like that creativity, it's something I don't have in me. So like to have somebody be creative like that, and to have something that people
what do you mean you don't have it in you? You're doing a podcast right now. You have to come up with like what to talk about and all of that. That's very creative.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is my extent of my creativity. I can't, my stick figures are probably the ugliest stick figures you've ever seen. I've always said my creativity.
Ask Jason to be your partner in Pictionary. Noted.
No, do not. My extent of my like artistic skills is like a Visio process flow and like a, like nice. in work, in the work world, because I just don't have that artistic talent. I can't play an instrument or anything like that. Meanwhile, my daughter can draw, she can play an instrument, she sings. I'm just like, man, I'm glad you got everything and I got nothing. I'm like, I would rather you have it than me have any.
You can talk to people, and you said that you like direct people and coach them and all of that. And that a lot of people like, no, that's not their wheelhouse. That freaks them out. So we all have our strengths.
It's interesting. I don't see that as creativity, but I appreciate that insight that it is.
No, it definitely is. A lot of people would like have a panic attack just thinking about doing any of that. So everybody has their strengths they bring to the table. You're not going to be drawing. We've noticed that. We're not picking you for the drawing session of this.
No. Well, I will talk to you on a podcast. We'll do that.
Yes. Yeah. All day.
Well, Emily, thanks so much for coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate it. You were a fantastic guest. I've been looking forward to this like for a while. Like when you said yes, I told my wife, I'm like, yes. I'm like, I get my first female influencer. I'm super excited. Honestly, it couldn't have been a better person to do it with. I've been looking forward to this. So even though it's 10 p.m. when I started, my entire day I've been looking forward to it.
I'm so glad. I had a blast. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. All right. Well, that's a wrap for this episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. A huge thank you to Emily for joining the podcast and for all of you tuning in, sipping along, and being part of this amazing community. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to like, share, and leave a review. It helps me grow and reach more spirit lovers like you. You can also follow me on Instagram at @Dram_amateur for updates, behind the scenes content, and more. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to keep sharing this journey with you. So until next time, remember, life's too short for bad pours. Buy the sundress with the pockets. So make every dram count. Cheers. Thank you for tuning into the Dram Amateur Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the world of spirits. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. I certainly appreciate all the feedback and support. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes as we continue our exploration of bourbon, whiskey, rum, tequila, mezcal, and beyond. Cheers, and until next time, keep savoring every sip.